Hello, my name is Caleb Corville. This is FTH223 hammer fired pistols um, for Sonora Desert Institute's handgun course. Um, the uh, the assignment says, Part 1, identify one hammer fired semi automatic handgun platform that you would like to learn more about. I am choosing the SAR B6. Really, I'd like to learn more about the CZ75, but this is the handgun that we were sent for the course, and it is basically a direct clone of the CZ75. So I'm going to be using this firearm. I am not already familiar with the CZ75. I've always wanted a CZ75. Have never had the. I've never been fortunate enough to purchase one, own one. So this firearm is very new to me. I just recently learned how to, take it down, or disassemble it, and have yet to actually, do a full 100% disassembly and reassembly of the firearm. I have fired the firearm quite a bit. Actually, I went yesterday to the range and put around 100 rounds through it. Actually, enjoyed it. Anyway, moving on to part 2. Locate that firearm in the Gun Digest Exploded Gun Drawings Manual. Find an online schematic for it. Watch videos that review it. Borrow a friend's firearm. Buy a firearm. Or do whatever you need to do to gain a deeper understanding of the internal workings of the firearm platform you choose. For part 2, I went ahead and opened up the Shooter's Bible that Sonora Desert Institute sent to me during the Associates program whenever I went and got my Associates of Science through them, and opened it up to page 39 to page 42. 39 to 42 inside of the Shooter's Bible. It talks about the CZ75 Delta PCR compact, which is basically, it is this, right? Or this is that, whichever one you want to use to describe it. But this is a direct clone of that firearm. In it, there is an exploded view of the firearm with a parts list. It goes into field stripping, maintenance, background, or the history, partial history of the firearm, and frame and slide disassembly. So I could use this to disassemble and reassemble the firearm in a detailed manner. Okay. Part 3. Part 3 is to describe for your instructor what components, assemblies in that firearm may cause the following failures, and articulate why you feel this way. Alright, and the 3 failures we're noting are failure to lock, failure to unlock, and failure to feed. In the event of or during the malfunction known as failure to lock, notice how there are what look like locking lugs on the top of the barrel, and when a handgun is locked, the breech is closed all the way. In the event that the breech won't close all the way, immediately I would go and take a look at the locking lugs and make sure that they are free and clear of all debris, and the firearm has been thoroughly cleaned and maintained throughout its use. Another thing that I'd be looking at is the breech face to ensure that it is also clean. In failure to unlock, I would be going take this thing apart, and the first thing that I'd be looking at is this right here, the slide stop, particularly this bar here. If that's broken or damaged, bent even, could be causing the barrel not to fall in, so the slide can move over it. Because, as you can see here, once the slide goes back, that barrel falls in. Well, it disconnects from those locking lugs. Okay. Failure to feed. For failure to feed, I would be looking at the feed ramp, and I would be looking at the magazine follower and spring. I would also be looking at the magazine catch. If there's any notable wear and tear on the magazine catch, it could be causing the magazine to seat too low, allowing the slide to move straight over the round instead of catching it and pushing it past the feed lips of the magazine. That being said, if there was a rusty or stiff or bad spring inside of the magazine, it could be sitting the follower too low inside of the magazine. If the follower's bad, then it could be not following, and so therefore the firearm's isn't being allowed to catch that and pull it out of the feed lips. And part 4, evaluate your understanding to your instructor. Was your assessment superficial, or did you dig deep and really trying to understand the inner workings of this platform? What resources did you rely on? Like I said, I opened up the Shooter's Bible, and I've got reliable hands-on here right in front of me. Those are the two things that I used as far as references go. My understanding of this firearm in particular, with only a few days really of really working on it, is still fairly superficial, I would say. There's a lot that I have to learn about hammer-fired pistols. There's a lot that I want to learn about hammer-fired pistols. But I am gaining a deeper understanding as we move forward, that is for sure. Part 5, describe to your instructor what you can do in the future to develop a deeper understanding of these concepts. Keep doing exactly what I'm doing now, which is, continue to get hands-on with the firearm itself and others like it. Continue reading the Bible, or one of the Bibles anyway. If there's other resources like YouTube and other books that go into a lot more detail on specific firearms, like the CZ75 or the SAR B6, that would talk to more of its design, history, usage, and as well as other gunsmiths I could probably get on the horn with and talk to them about their experiences with hammer-fired pistols, and what they can, what tips and tricks they can pass down to me. Thank you very much. This is assignment 2, FTH 223, hammer-fired semi-automatic pistols. I appreciate you watching.